Right, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me, if someone could let me know. I know I've got Gav there, Allow, OK Computers, Luke. Because what's happened, I've come on, but my guest, we were scheduled a bit later, but I've come on earlier for him, but I can't get hold of him. But he is going to be here with us. But I thought I'd come on and do a bit of a live before he come on. So, wait there, how many guests? Not really. So what's happened is we're going to have George Schopplien from obviously America, who features on Ghost Adventures, one of his first series at one of the mines, which was Kennedy Mine. It's a gold mine, and there was a tragic accident. So he's going to be coming on. He's going to be discussing what happened on that series of Ghost Adventures. So I don't know if anyone can share this out, you guys, because I've had a hard time today. But anybody that's watching, it's going to be hard. I can't really share it out. So I'm going to try and share this out. He should be on. This is my fault for times. I'm no good at American times, everybody. I'm always messing it up. So if you guys could share that out for me, I'd really appreciate it. My phone's going to die.
A lot of people have asked me what.
Yeah, if you could share that out, I appreciate it. We should get him on in a minute. I don't know what I'm going to do because my phone is dying and I can't share it out. Anybody there? Help. I'm trying to share this, but on my phone, it's not actually letting me click on it to share. There we go. Copy link. So has everybody had a good Mother's Day today? So obviously, Gav, you're not a woman, and the rest of you. But I've just had a dinner anyway, so I've had a lovely Mother's Day today. I haven't been able to see my mum because she's too far away. I hope everyone's enjoyed their day today. Right. We're going to just have a quiet live at the minute, aren't we? Right. I do know he will be on, but I don't know when he's going to read my message. He was meant to be coming on at 6. But he won't have long. Anyone that wants to pop on. Gav, do you want to pop on? I've got a spare, probably 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. As I say, I'm waiting because I've messed up my time schedule again. You're going to get used to this. If you watch me, you will know that I am really scatty and crap with time. But because it's in the US, it's a different time. It's really thrown me because obviously we're a different time. They're in the morning. And over here we're in the evening. So if I put the evening time in, I then got to get the time right over there, and I got it an hour out. And so he's rushed to a shop. Oh, Lost Adventures. Me, Paranormal Experiences. Thank you for that. I've had no many Depends, see. You'll start getting your paranormal experiences, the more you do, you'll open up more. Good afternoon, madam. I can't see the Facebook users because my phone, you have to grant permission, so I actually can't see who I'm talking to unless you put your name. So I cannot see. All I can see is Facebook user. But Lost Adventures, Gav, I could send you a code quick. Let me see if I could send you one, because we could talk about that mine we went down the other day. I've got some really good paranormal feedback. Let me have a look. Gav, so we'll bring you on for a little bit. Oh no, hold on. Wait there. Gav, I sent you a code. You could come on for a little bit till I can get hold of George. I think he's popped out. So he will be coming on. As I say, he is going to come and have a quick chat with me about some stuff. Oh, Gaza. Hi, Gaza. Yeah, he's gone to the shop, George. It's my fault because he got confused. I got confused. And I wanted to get him on as soon as possible, and I didn't want to let him down. So I thought what I'd do, I'll go ahead with my live. I'm hoping that he can come on still. If not, I've got another time I haven't got him on. But Lost Adventures, what is it? What experiences have you had? See, I've been doing it for 10 years. I've had a lot of experiences, and half of them I forget. So let's hope that he comes. So if you're not anyone that's new, what was I going to say? A little bit about me. If you've not watched this before, or you're watching it back, I do paranormal. I run a team called Kindred Warriors Paranormal, which at the minute are very quiet because of lockdown. We do private venues and we hire them out. And obviously, I've done some amazing places, met some amazing people, probably people that Gaz that's watching. You know, it's amazing. You can't knock it. But also the urban side, that's why I'm Urban Paranormal, which is Paranormal 666. I also do that. So I go around the abandoned stuff and do paranormal. So, you know, it's a good mixture there. As I say, I went to some caves the other day. I went to a mine. I went down there with Exploring with Gav and Herbix with Taffy. And we did a bit of the necrophonic down there. And now I don't normally, you know, use these sort of apps. I'm a bit, I don't know, on the fence with them. But we actually had some really good like responses back to what we were doing, which was really good. Now, we went right into this mine. We were in there for 2 hours, by the way, walking about. So you can imagine, you know, we went right inside and it was scary in there. And I've never been in a mine like that before. I've done a lot of sort of caving. And I know that the history of the mine, you know, it shut down after so many years of use. We went right down into the mine and climbed through every hole and crack there was, which was quite a mission. But with the help from the guys I was with, I managed to get through. Hamlin Family Explorers. Hi. That's my daughter, by the way, and her partner that have just come on there. So subscribe to them too. And also, anyway, back to the mine. We went down there and I said, come on, should we call out down there? And there's a story of that 2 people passed in that mine and lost their life. Not many lost life in that mine, but there's a lot of energy. And actually, it was the horses and carts that went down there and pulled the stones out. But there was stuff. There was a cart in there still. There was pottery there from all their tools, everything. It was amazing. It was like a time capsule, but in a mine. And I went down to that, and that was, you know, crazy. So anyway, back to calling out. Me and Gav and Taffy, we called out. I got a light flicker on my torch, which is a good little response, I think, because, you know, I don't normally get them unless they manipulate the energy. So I was happy with just getting that in the place we were in. But then we decided to do the necrophonic, like I said. I'm on the fence. And the responses we got of that were actually amazing. I've actually got the video of it. Actually, a message from George just come up. He's back in 15 minutes, so he'll be on. So invite all your friends. So just message me. I'm just messaging him back. So let me message him. Sorry about this. At least he's come in. Right, that's that sorted. Right, so anyway, we got some really good responses, and Gav, it was brilliant, really, because I've played back the footage at home now, so I've been able to sit and listen to it with earphones, which I tend to do, because you hear things that you don't think that will call out. You hear breathing, you hear whispers. That's why I always try to get earphones to go back like through my evidence that I've got. So on the video, I've looked, we've called out, I asked for the name, didn't really get a response. Then Taffy asked for the name, and he got a really good response. But we then said, what did you say? You know, we got a name. They give us a name. And this is a necrophonic app, by the way. And a necrophonic app, if you think it's programmed, you're not going to think it's going to respond to you. So anyway, we called the name, said the name. Then what was that? And it said the name again. So I've got that clear on my recording. And then we asked a question about did they know they were dead or a date? And they actually said what? And then something else as well. And I was like blown away by it, because, you know, the evidence there for me, it was answering our questions and in response to them, not just talking garbage. There's a few words it threw out that I thought, I don't know. But it's the way the voice came across, a man's voice. It was like an accent. It was weird. And another time it was breathing and something come across. So, you know, I can't remember. Let me know that. Gav, can you remind me the mine name? I can't remember. I've got to see if memory again. The name of the mine. I can't remember the name of it. This is me again. Not the box mine, but that's another one I want to go down into. Anyone that's interested in mines. You know, I'm exploring a few places now that are urban. I'm going to try and go down and do paranormal in a few of these places that haven't been done before. So it's a bit different. Let me have a look. Founders. Let me get the name of the mine, unless he puts it up. Swan Mine. There we are. He's put it up. So this was a Swan Mine. Well-known place. Obviously, don't recommend you just turn up and go in these mines. It is dangerous. You know, there is that element of getting lost in there, because I actually got lost. I thought I could remember the way, but I think Gav and Taffy and John, who came with Gav, they were very good. They knew their way around. They seemed to have experience with mines. So especially, I think Gav said he's been, I think he said box mine. So anyone that's thinking of doing mines, just be careful, because obviously I won't go with anyone that doesn't know what they're doing. I would go with people that I trust and that I know that, you know, can think, not panic, and get you out of there. Because honestly, the other day when I was with Gav, it was weird. We went off to one bit, then came back down, went to another bit, back down, and I felt like it was a maze, and it felt I was basically just walking around a maze. So you're gonna have to excuse me a minute. I'm just gonna make a banner. Let's see what I've got. There we go. It should be on in a minute. So obviously I don't know what's going to happen with my views, because this hasn't been shared out properly because I'm useless. But hold on a minute. It's from Gav. Box mine Gav's been to. A big mine. You could get lost in there if you don't know your way. And I don't know my way around any of them places. But I tell you what, it's very intriguing what you find down them. Just think years ago the people went down there, they used to work down there, how we don't appreciate our life really. Our family could have probably died down their mines. So it's weird when you're in there. It feels surreal, because me being sensitive, I put myself in the shoes of that person who would feel how they felt down there that time. Now, it would have been really loud, really noisy, really dusty. You know, it would have been quite a horrible place. I don't know. It's quite, you feel like you're suffocating. It's claustrophobic. They must have been dirty, must have been cold. I couldn't even imagine how people felt down there. But my video for that, and I've probably Gav, I think he's recorded it, will be coming out soon. I think in a couple of weeks my video will go up. I have probably going to do 2 parts to it, because I did 1 part and then there's so much I broke it down so I could get the paranormal in another part. But it's okay. I'm just making sure I can share this out, guys. Let's see. So anyone there, you've got a Facebook page, share this out for me, please, because I'm useless at this sort of stuff. But yeah, share it out as much as you can. See, a lot of people are having their Mother's Day dinner today and getting spoiled, or you're spoiling your mum. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to rely on you guys to share this out for me. Yes. But who have we got on there? Can you see the comments now? Who's that writing to me? Can you write your name? I can't see. I can see the comments, but all I can see is Facebook user. But when George comes on a minute, he's got a lot of energy. He's very lovable. Will wake you up. Has a lot of experience with the paranormal. Is well known by a lot of the paranormal investigators over here, because we've got Gary Fields. He's your friend if he's still watching. But yeah, you know, he's full of energy. So you will enjoy that, people. Oh, I'm going to bring Secret Vault on as well, guys, with George. This is going to be good. Sorry, guys, I am with you. I hope. Right, Luke, what does that say? I got you on background as a bit busy. Right, Luke, that's fine. Just throw my thing out there. I don't know where my other mods are, but in a minute, Matt's going to be coming on. So this could fill up if Matt invites people over, if he's watching. If everyone could invite everybody, this would be brilliant. You know, this is going to be a very, very good live for me. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've had a bit of contact with George for a while. Obviously, as I said, he works alongside Ghost Adventures, along with Zach Bagans. He's very close to all of them. I'm not allowed to disclose too much about it, but all I know is that he's very good friends with them. So people that like Ghost Adventures, this is the man you need to talk to, because he knows everything about it. And as I say, he appeared in one of the earlier series, which I've written on my thing at the bottom, season 16 in 2018. And okay, where's, hey, wait there, I'm messaging everyone. It's all right, I can't even send my link because I'm so stupid with my links. Hi Steve, hi everyone that's joined. Please share this. I've gone on an awkward time. I've shot myself in the foot again, like I do, because I'm always changing my time. I'm always changing my time. Just make sure this link's here still. We've only got minutes to go, guys. Right, let's get this. Let's make sure that I've invited. Copy the link again. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly do another share. This would be a very rare a very rare live, guys, so you've got to watch this one. As I say, Secret Vault's known to everybody. Matt, he's into the old UFOs. Gary, I can see your name now. But I had to come on because I said I'll come on early, I'll rush for you, but I think he went to the shop. But hopefully he will join us. Hopefully he will join us soon. Reminds me of myself. So scatty. Make sure I plug the computer in and I've got the charger on, because that dies too. No, my like the whole thing would go off when I'm blooming doing this. Thanks, Gab, for sharing it out. You know, we've got to share. I'm going to get some help here. Right. I'm really thankful, by the way, that you guys have been really patient, because I probably go sod this and turn it off, and wow. So come on, I'm waiting for their little faces to flash up. But has everybody had a good day today? Write in the comments so I can see your comments. Can see your comments. If you've had a good day today, let me know. If you want to shout out to any mums or any family or anyone that you love, I can send it out for you. Yes. Right. It's all right, I'm sending stuff out, We're going to get the countdown. Let's hope he can come. Yes. That's good news. I hope this link's going out. Let me check again. Now, stupid I am. At the minute, it's dead quiet. Make the most of it. Because so, guys, please invite everybody. Say we're patiently waiting. Hi, Tina. Look at me here, lonely. Got the times messed up again, but we will have our special guest on in a minute. We've invited Mr. Matt Williams on as well, so we're going to have a couple of people to talk to, not just one, which would be good. So that'll help me a lot. We're not going to have him for long though, because he's got to go out. So I'm really lucky even to get widgy time with him. So I really, hopefully he's going to make it. This is the problem when we do lives from the UK and we connect over to different parts of America. The timing is so different. Like, it's his early morning and my night. Obviously he's got things to do, so I've sort of had to try and juggle it around a bit, but I've been so lucky. His secret vault, he's coming. Right. Hi,
Hello.
Matt.
How are you doing?
You're a lifesaver, because we're waiting for my special guest to come on from America.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, my lifesaver again.
Hi, honey.
No, I've not got
So I
many
need
viewers.
I need my skin pulled back and bigger lips, but then be like, "Hi, honey. Do you like my Botox?" Yeah.
You're like George. He's very live character from America. He was in Ghost. He's friends with like the people he works with from Ghost Adventures.
Right. Good
He
stuff.
was in one of the earliest series, which was the Kennedy gold mine, which you might know a bit about. There's a mine over there. There was a fire. A lot of people died. It was the season 16 in 2018.
Right. Okay.
So he went down there and he had sort of a weird paranormal experience that he didn't like to talk about at one point, I don't think, but he's opened up a lot more now. And he's, coming on for a very short time. It took a long time to chase George, because last time we've had a few problems, and then it's timing, because of the timing over there and the timing over here, getting it right so we can sort of get him on here without any hassle, because he works obviously and he's got his family. So
that's good. Well,
he should be coming on, but I thought it'd be interesting because he's been down the mines, and a lot about mines, history of mines, especially in the UK. I was just discussing about the one I went to the other day. I went down there and did some paranormal. I've actually gone back on my footage, and I don't normally trust like the Necrophonic app. You've probably heard of it, Matt, because I don't trust some of the stuff apps. But we actually called out, it was me, Gav and Taffy, and we got some really good responses, which were quite, I've played it back and it's sort of in timing to our questions. Some of it isn't, but what we heard, and when I played it back, I was like, whoa, no, really? Because it's like a man's voice. It's sort of an accent as well. And we said, I think Taffy said, how long have you been? Do you know how long you've been dead? And it sort of went, what? And then said something else, like in thingy with it, what, no, and stuff like that. And I'm playing it back thinking, is this real? But I was just saying to people watching that don't go down these mines if you don't know what you're doing. I wouldn't recommend anyone just watching me. Some of my friends, I'll go and do that. I was with you guys. You dropped me there with someone who knew we were down there, and the guys I was with knew what they were sort of doing, and you knew we were in there. So if we didn't come out that night, you would have known we were still in there.
Well, I'd know where to send the flowers. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
That's why I didn't come in, because I just no, I just let them take the risks, and they'll just come in. They'll just come interviewing me. These TV programs will want to know, like, how did they die? And I'll get lots of television appearances, but you'll still be dead. Yeah, sorry.
No, honestly, I couldn't. Even that's a small one as well. I was getting like lost. It sort of makes you. I can't explain the word. You think you've got your bearings, and then you're going along, and then you go around and you go, but didn't I just go there? And you like, it makes you all sort of, it was horrible. And I think it was John that was there, was very good. Gav, they seemed to really be able to deal with it, where I was like, didn't we just go that way? And he went, no. I said, but I swear we came down that way, and we went that way. He went, no, we came down that way. We need to go that way. And I'm like, oh. I said, if you left me in here, I'd be dead. I wouldn't get out. But it's one of the smaller ones, isn't it?
It is, yes, yeah. And I'm not being rude, by the way. I am sending out a message that I'm on your channel to everybody. So
go ahead, Matt. That's fine.
Yeah, what it was, see, Claire sent me this weird little message, and it said, yes, I've had to pull it forward a bit, but I'll be on at 6:15. Now that could be interpreted in a number of ways, couldn't it?
Right.
See, now I was thinking she doesn't mean 6:15, does she? She must mean 6:45. So I didn't quite get on at the beginning, but yeah, that's why.
Used to me.
Otherwise, that's why I'm sending out the message now to say I'm on the show. So there we are. Yay. So that should do.
I probably won't have him very long, but it's really, I'm quite, privileged to get him on.
Mm.
A very lively character. Appeared on, say, Ghost Adventures. Everyone that's watching, he, I'm not allowed to say some certain things because he's not allowed to say certain things, but I know that he knows them very well and works alongside them. Because I actually just went on YouTube, Matt. I can't believe this, actually. I went on to Ghost Adventures, and normally you can watch all the series is like free.
Mm-hmm.
And it now says paid. You have to pay to watch them all. So even going back to the old ones, I couldn't get on them. So that's changed. So everything from back, what was filmed a long time ago now, if you go on to Ghost Adventures on YouTube, you click, it says paid at the bottom. And then you click on it and it's got a whole list and then it shows you everything, but you have to pay for it. I've never seen that before. Never seen it.
So, it's YouTube, because I must be honest, I'm sorry, I haven't watched Ghost Adventures, and there's so many of them out there. I have
one of the biggest in the world. So I would say at the minute, probably the one that is the biggest out there that everyone should know if you're in the paranormal will know about. Some people don't like them, but
so I think I recognize the guy, maybe the main guy with glasses. I don't know. I recognize
Zach Bagans.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that guy around. Yeah. But what's the actual name of the YouTube channel?
Ghost Adventures.
But it's not the travel channel, though.
Yeah, and
it is the travel.
And when I made my cover, I did have some pictures of them, and then actually George, where he's friends with him, spoke to Zach my cover, and he said, "No, you've got to take them down because Travel Channel will sue me." Yeah, he had to check them out, and in the end, I said, "I'm not putting none in. I'm just going to do a plain picture because we got again. Hi, Jackie. They're all coming in now, thanks to you, Matt."
Oh, good. Here we are. The wonders of the internet, eh? Yeah, it's like available for £1.99, so you could buy a season for $21. So you had your grace period for free, but now you have to pay.
Yeah, because I've put it on here. I've written it on the banner. But they're very big. I think very big worldwide. I used to watch them a lot, but over the years, there's so many other channels coming out. Everything, a bit of everything, isn't there? Mystery, UFO, you name it. I've been able to branch out and watch loads of stuff, and it's not just that because I don't. How do I say? I don't really watch Most Haunted no more.
Does that guy? I mean, I'm just thinking now because I remember the guy with the glasses. Doesn't he have a massive collection of artifacts that have been? Yeah, and he's got, I believe, is it a doll, an original doll that came from the haunting?
Yeah, he's got a museum, and he's crazy, Zach. But as I say, he's work alongside with George. I think there's more stuff coming. I'm not sure. I'll let George say that if there is or not, but I don't think he's allowed to say. But I do know that he works alongside them, and they're making new stuff. And he will be home in a minute, hopefully. He's just messaged me. This is my fault for getting the times wrong, but then he got the time wrong because he's just as bad as me. So we both got an hour wrong. So because it's a different time over there and a different time over here. And but yeah, Las Vegas, Gary Fields is on watching. The one that was on with me. He's just said Las Vegas in Las Vegas.
Right.
That's where it is. It's a museum and there's a doll there, and it's meant to be demonic. There's meant to be a lot of demonic dolls around, but and I'm the silly idiot that would turn around and go, I'll keep it in my house for the night. But yeah, I just wonder where he is. But what have you been up to, Matt, today? Anything interesting?
Yeah, I mean, we've been out doing explores the last few days, but I mean, it's mostly taking people that I know who wanted to go and see some places, and they wanted to do a road trip. So I had to kind of really take them to places I knew they could get into, which were things that I'd done before, rather has a cup of tea there, going down the wrong way. Yeah, the taking it to places I'd already done before, but we did get a little bit of time at the end, just mostly down to the sort of the people involved. Like, some of them wanted to go for sort of like guaranteed, and then I said right at the end, "Oh, there he is."
Hey,
what's going on? How are
sorry,
you?
Matt.
Hi,
Do you want to finish
Okay.
up what you're saying, Matt? Hold on. How do I do this? There we go. Matt, this is George, and George, this is Matt. This is Secret
Nice to-
Bob. He's very big
Nice
in
to
the
meet you,
UK.
George.
Nice to meet you, man. Hey guys, what's going on? It's right. It's really bright in here, so I do apologize. But shit, man, it's bright in here. So hang on, let me change rooms for a moment here, man. Give me
That's
a moment.
okay.
No,
I thought he had film lights on him, but it's just sunlight.
No, it's sunlight. Yeah, I'm just getting motivated. I'm kind of paranormal hangover, as they say. You're right. Give me a moment.
Yes, tell us. Can you tell us the place you did last night? Matt would probably know because he knows a lot about mines and ships, and Matt knows everything.
Yeah, no worries. No, we just got done. We did a 2-night event. It was a USS Hornet. It's in Alameda, California. It's an aircraft carrier. It was a blast. I mean, what can I say? It was a great location. It still is. We're allowed to talk about it. It's not a big deal. It was just an investigation. It's actually due to the COVID. During the COVID right now, everything's like basically it's finally things are kind of opening up just a little bit, so we're able to get back out there. It's not open yet. The ship just opened up for tours and stuff. Just like I think yesterday morning.
That's amazing.
And yeah, so it's been under lockdown. So I think the activity was up due to, I think whatever's on the ship, I should say, was just couldn't wait for the energy to come in for people to start coming in. Even though everybody has their opinions, I talk a lot, guys. I totally apologize.
Yeah, Matt's good at that too, and me.
God, man, I don't know when to shut up. The only time you hear me shut up is when I'm sleeping or if I'm paranormal investigating. That is it. So,
George, do you want to quickly introduce yourself? Because we've got a lot of Matt's subscribers have come over to my channel to watch. We've got about 70 people so far.
Oh yeah.
So he's brought a load of people over for me. It's really helpful. Thank you.
No, I do.
So introduce yourself. I've mentioned about the series and Ghost Adventures, but I do know you only have to say certain things, so I'll leave it to you.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know what? My name is George Schopplien. Just a person just like you all that loves paranormal investigating. I've been paranormal investigating now for, I don't know, over 10 years, I guess, really into it. I did do an episode, season 16, episode 3, which was a blast. Had a great time. Done a couple of things after that, but, due to the COVID, a lot of stuff has been on hold and stuff like that. For myself, seriously, I mean, it's not asked. The questions usually asked by people is, how did you get into it? Why are you into the paranormal, etc.? I'll ask myself that question is, why did I get into it? I'm actually a cancer survivor, second time now. I had cancer about 19 years ago. And during that time, I had some bad stuff done to me basically, I went through radiation at the time. And during the radiation, I had a couple of grand mal seizures. And during those grand mal seizures, I do believe, my opinion only is, it's not facts, it's just my opinion. That's when something went on up here. This is where the radiation was, opened something up here. And I really started seeing and smelling and just my life just changed. So, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't tell my wife. I couldn't tell anybody. I didn't know what was going on. And, the nearest thing for paranormal investigation for me was watching Scooby-Doo, watching TV. So, it wasn't anything. I'm new to the field, 10 years into it. I'm still a student and I'll always be a student. But, I do believe, my opinion only is, I do believe that something triggered something. Something happened to me with the grand mal seizures. I really do. And
Matt, you've got, sorry to butt in, George, similar story. Matt is a, how could I explain you, Matt? You used to do a lot with UFOs and stuff, and you told us a story about that time you went on that hill and something, so Matt does a lot of urban exploring, but he has touched a side of a bit of the back when you were younger, isn't it? UFOs, crop circle. So he's very sort of, then he's intelligent with minds and all the exploring stuff. He just such a wide range of stuff. So I'm just letting you know that, George. So you know. So,
No,
yeah.
no, I get it. No, absolutely. And I believe me. Look, let me just say this, please, because I don't want to come across like I
No,
don't want to.
you're
I don't.
fine.
No. I don't want to overtalk anybody because like I said, this gentleman right here. These people are here for him, and I don't
No,
want to.
you do.
No, I just.
No, they come over for you.
Come for you.
Well, that you know what? That's really silly. That's really silly. But I talk a lot. But it's one thing is one thing's for sure. We all have our opinions in the paranormal. We all have our ideas, and I back to that, and then I'll leave the medical thing alone. Is I do believe the grand mal seizures at 19. I had grand mal seizures 19 years ago. Okay, so I had to deal with a lot of stuff till I really got into the paranormal field to what I was seeing, smelling, feeling. It all changed. I was not, and I will say this, I am a firm believer in myself that I was not born with any abilities. All right, I wasn't, okay? I'm not going to play that card. But I do believe something triggered. And something now that is it's not a light switch. It just happens when it happens. It's up to whatever happens to me at an investigation or whatever it may be. Now,
George, do you mind me sharing what your personal stuff you were just talking about? Because you've had quite a bad month, and you've just recovered again from.
Absolutely. You just gave me some chills. Absolutely. Gosh darn it. I was diagnosed with cancer again about a few months ago again, and it was terrible. But I had surgery on the 19th of last month, and everything went good. They got all the cancer again, and I don't have to do any radiation or chemo or anything like that. I'm really good. And now it's been like 3 weeks, I think, going on to 4 weeks, I think, this week coming up, and I feel fine. I feel fine. And, that's one thing I always want to tell people, and I don't want to come across like I'm talking really fast because of a little bit of coffee inside me. and I'll slow down a little bit is, I do believe in, I never lose hope, and I believe in the higher faith. And, I do believe that I'm here for a reason. It doesn't have to be paranormal. It could be anything, if it's just anything at all. But now it's going on for about 3.5 weeks now, and since surgery, and I feel fine. They said it'll take about 6 months. They said it'll take about 6 months to get all my energy back. I don't know, man. We may have some trouble.
You've got your energy back.
Yeah,
you've always had a very good energy anyway. Even the last sort of month or so before I've been speaking to you, you've always had a great energy. And I did say to my viewers earlier, watch the very few viewers that were watching, when George comes on, the energy is lively.
Oh, so, man, it's terrible.
Like,
I'm a firm believer. Everybody is, and I know I don't want to come across like a Hallmark card, but I do believe in the paranormal field. Energy is all about success. The energy that you carry towards people on this side of the veil, and on this side of the veil, I love being around people. But having energy that we all have, it's up to you if you want to use it. The energy on the other side of the veil, they're going to sense it too. And I do believe everything in paranormal is all based about energy and having a good heart and basically just being a really good person. I mean, I can, that's. I mean, I don't know.
I agree. But Matt and me, we have a few. That bloke in the car park the other day. It's all right. We got told to get why we were in the car park.
But I think that's like magnetism, because I seem to attract trouble, but I almost see it like, like it's a cliche like in the movies. I know it's going to sound a bit sort of egocentric here, but I think that like when you're sort of a good person, you get like bad people sort of magnetized to you and trying to sort of pick away at you, and I like to think that I'm a good person, but I'm constantly being tested. It's kind of, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So.
No, and you know what? You're again.
Jealousy.
That comes with. I think jealousy. That's God. I can definitely agree with that. I hate that word jealousy, but it's so sad because jealousy doesn't have to be a part of anybody's vocabulary. We're all given the same exact. We all get the exact chance to do what we want to do in life or in the field. We're all born, and it's your decision how you want to be in life. And if you want to be a hard worker, let's say like this gentleman there, or yourself or myself, then don't be mad. Just understand that we're just working really hard to help others and help ourselves. and we'll do whatever we can. But like last we, all I can say is like right now everything's really, really good. The paranormal field, I'm a huge believer in para-unity. There's I don't want to jump around too much, but this is my when I get a platform like this on a show like this, it maybe some people have already heard what I had to say before, but maybe it's going to touch home to somebody else today that's never met me before.
True.
And my thing is this, para-unity does exist. What's
That's
that?
tobacco, by the way. If anybody just saw me do a snuff, I'm not a coke addict. Okay, so
hey,
sorry.
You know what? Whatever keeps you awake when we have to paranormal investigate. Come on.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Sorry.
No, don't.
Well, I think some people do, and there's new people here, so I better just say. Sorry.
Hey, Matt.
No.
What's I going to say, George? Butting in again. There's a question now. I've just put on the screen. I don't know if you could see it. About did you go on the Titanic? Info as Zach was talking about Rev R.J. Bateman's Bible. He was a great uncle of mine.
No, I did not go on the Titanic. No, I do, and I have worked with Zach for sure.
You're lucky.
I got to work, and who knows what's in the future with Ghost Adventures or anything like that. But Zach, I will say this, and everybody needs to really, hopefully, some people like him and some people don't like him, whatever it may be.
Marmite.
But some people don't like us, and that's okay. But, I will say this about Zach. Zach is business. Zach knows what he's doing. Zach is a great man. And you know what? If Zach comes across sometimes maybe being kind of like cold towards some people, don't take it wrong. Zach, can you imagine being the successful man that he is? I'd always be afraid that somebody always wants something from me. Zach wants a, so
okay.
He has a brick wall up to here, but he is one of the nicest guys, that I have, I met a lot of people in my lifetime, but he is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And you have Aaron, you have Jay, Billy, and then I got to work with Dakota, Dakota's a really good guy,
I haven't seen.
He's on Destination Fear. He does Destination Fear.
Okay, I have to put that out.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
I was going to ask you, did you want to discuss, because you had, I don't know if you wanted to go into it, but you had an experience now down the Kennedy mine, which was one of the series that you appeared in with Zach.
Absolutely.
I'll let you go into that, because that is such a story.
Okay.
And obviously I went into my first mine the other day. Not like that though.
No,
he knows about mines.
No, I will say this. I'm an open book. If there's something I can't discuss, I'll just say I can't discuss it. But Kennedy Mines is the episode, one of the episodes I did with Ghost Adventures, and that was on season 16, episode number 3. Okay, so Kennedy Mines, and you can get the whole story on the episode if you like, but Kennedy Mines is a mine, and 47 miners lost their death. And at that
47.
time,
1922.
Okay, so what happened to us is I was on an investigation prior to that with a group of people, just doing a little bit this small of a documentary. I mean, seriously, it wasn't anything at all. It was just for our personal use. And we were out there and we investigated for a few nights, and we ended up going back the very next morning because about 2:00 in the morning, we all get tired. And we went back to the hotel. And so we went back the next morning to the location, and my wife and I, Kara Schopplien, we went upstairs to the 3rd floor to retrieve some equipment that we left behind. And while going up to the 3rd floor, I went up there and trying to look for this antenna from an iPod. The iPod that we had, the antenna broke. So I had to go back and try to look for it. Well, coming down those stairs, probably about the 2nd floor, my wife was ahead of me about 10 feet, I think, and 10 stairs. All of a sudden, I just felt this, like a nudge, like either get out or whatever it may be. The next thing you know, I was totally angry. I wanted to hurt my wife, which I'm married now for 29 years, and I'm happily married and blah, blah, blah. And, the anger that was transformed from whatever touched me, I call it a branding. I've always used the word branding, but it branded my back area. It wasn't so much of a scratch. It was a branding because it welted up. It wasn't, to this day, if you look at it, it doesn't look like a scratch to me. It looks like a branding. It was really weird. But like I said, so I went up downstairs. They put me on. They sat me down, etc. They sat me down, and it stuck with me. And you know what? Till this day, it still sticks with me. I don't forget. You know how you forget things, but certain things in your life you'll always remember. Like it's right there. You just remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday. And, I will say that, if I can say this, and I've only admitted this, if the word admitting is a correct word, I've only said this a few times on certain shows or whatever, but I do feel the why I was attacked is the night before, there's a poker table on the 3rd floor. We were trying to stir up a little bit on the 3rd floor. Okay. So there's a poker table there with chips and stuff like that. And during the mining field back in that era was gold. And what happened was, so we dealt out some cards to a spirit, not a spirit, but an empty chair. So
what happened? Can't hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me?
You're back.
Okay. Sorry about that. The picture's gone, but that's okay. Oh, there you go. Hi. Sorry. It was a phone call. So what it was, guys, and just tell me to be quiet and I'll be quiet, but we're on the third floor. We're dealing out cards to open chairs. So I put one chair ahead of me on one side. And what happened is I did the bet. I did my cards. I said, you know what? I'm out of chips. I'm going to throw this is the same ring. I put my gold wedding ring in the middle of the table saying, I'm all in. Well, technically, when I flipped over my cards and the spirit's card, the empty chair, is I lost the hand. My cards were no good. And so what happened was, I lost the hand to the spirit that I thought I was playing with because we heard some stuff prior. What happened was I feel to this day is when I took my wedding ring back after leaving that location, I should have technically left my wedding ring there because I was playing a real game of cards. I do believe the spirit was so mad at me that I took back my gold. I lost the poker hand. And back in the day, in those eras, you don't steal gold. You don't steal anything. So I do believe that he was attacking me the next morning thinking he was going to have the last word by saying, hey, you took back that gold ring. That's mine. And I think he was nudging on me out of anger, if that makes any sense. So that's my story. That's my story. That's my opinion, what happened.
That was a ghost opening my door. No. See, Matt, you spoke to me the other week about your experience. You had one. What was it that happened to you with that light? I can't remember what you were on about.
You chased out of a crop circle?
Yeah, you were on the hill, weren't you? And I don't know if you want to tell that.
The original experience I had was I was kind of interested in the paranormal and had books and things that I, as a youngster, so like age about 10, reading a lot of, pap type books and magazine type articles about the paranormal. And then I was driving across many years later, then I was driving a car across the mountainside and came across a big vista in front of me and saw a triangle of light on the side of the mountain. And it was more like a sort of shimmering that you'd get from a heat haze than flames. But I mean, I didn't get a good look at it. And I was driving, looking at it, and then a tree line passed, and then when I reversed the car back up to see what was really there, whether it was still there, it had gone. That started my interest in this sort of stuff. But I mean, I've seen some really crazy stuff over the years. I mean, I one night, it even makes me question the nature of reality, to be perfectly honest. It's either like I'm crazy or maybe things aren't exactly how we think they are. Because I mean, I've seen the moon like fly through the sky and come down behind a hill. Wow. And I was like, what the hell's that?
Right.
And weird stuff. I even saw the moon was, we were doing a shamanic lodge, which was, you have stones and then you throw water on them. And we were all in like a little sort of thing we built, a yurt, they call it.
Right.
And, we went out and stood out there and watched the sun going into eclipse across the moon. So you get the shadow across the moon. And we were looking at this and it just stopped and it just didn't go. And we were there for like 2 hours and it just stopped in one position. And it was like, weird things that make you sort of like, what's going on?
I love, that's my next is what you're talking about. I'm so intrigued by that. I'm just so, with being an investigator or just being in life, I guess I'm open-minded to everything underneath the sun. I want to take in as much as I can before I do leave here. If it's Bigfoot, UFOs, paranormal, or how to make the best muffin cakes in the world, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Whatever it is. But I just, I want, I'm like a sponge, and I really want to absorb as much as I possibly can, because the more you absorb, as this gentleman right here is, I can probably listen to him as a total student to his stories. And that's what I enjoy, is the more we absorb in life and in a daily basis, the more, I guess, a more interesting life can be. It's like you can learn so much more and do so much more in the time that we're here. I want to go check out UFOs. My gosh,
Matt's the person.
I absolutely, because
Matt's the one that knows all about that stuff, because Matt, you did a lot of stuff. If you watch Matt's channel, subscribe over to him, The Secret Vault. He has got some amazing stuff. You will never be bored.
No,
you will learn a lot.
And I won't, I'll definitely, because that's my, I do believe you run into people on, you meet people for a reason every single day. That's it. Being an investigator or just a regular person in life, again, I hate to always use the word investigator, but I do believe we're different type of people. I think we're differently breeded, I guess. We're just different. We're just different people. But I want to do UFOs next, or at the same time, because I'm blown away on so much of the UFOs right now. I'm seeing it on a daily, not here, but on social media. They're out there. They are 100% out there, and it seems to be picking up more speed, or more like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, And that's my next thing is definitely UFOs, and probably be scared out of my britches, but what the heck,
Because I was on at Matt when my husband wanted Oxford Finest. Oh, where have I gone? Wanted to do some UFO spotting. Now, Matt, you know all about that in the UK, the areas over here, but I don't know about the areas where you are, George. But over here, there's some areas, isn't there? And the places that Matt's explored, like he's gone into mines with red doors, secret places. Matt's channel is amazing. So, George, you definitely have to check it out. Matt will tell you. Matt, do you want to explain about some of the places over here that hotspots for that sort of stuff?
Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to find a place that was hotter than anywhere else in the UK for looking at this sort of stuff. So I kind of centered on Wiltshire, because they were having the crop circles appear in Wiltshire. And I didn't know very much about crop circles. So I came down here and I found that there was like a kind of community, much like you have in Sonora, or Sedona, these sorts of places where people kind of hang out to do with that type of stuff. And there were people sky watching, looking for the crop circles every night. Turned out, let's fast forward like 20 years, I have now become one of the people who is making the crop circles. So I'm actually involved in that side of things. And, a lot of people say, like, that's heresy. You shouldn't be doing that. But I just see it as like people saying, oh, you can't speak to ghosts. You shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of like, well, what we're doing is we're actually engaging. We're interacting on a much bigger level, because we feel that we become like conduits. It's almost like the ghost thing, in a sense, because we get ideas for designs to come into our heads, and then we go out and do them, and people say, look, I've been drawing this on paper, and you've gone out and done it. And it's like, so where's all that coming from? Where's those influences coming in? So that's kind of interesting to me. But my UFO research has taken me to places like RAF Rudloe Manor, and this has been a place that they used to investigate UFOs in the UK. And because we publicize it, not just myself, I don't want to take credit for being the first person to ever talk about this, but because we've been publicizing it a lot, they even shut down the base and moved it to somewhere else so that we wouldn't know where they're doing this stuff anymore. That's how seriously the Ministry of Defense take this stuff. But there is a very secret place, and we still talk to people about it. I had an email today from Ancient Aliens, that TV program. And they're saying, is it okay if we use some of your footage? And yeah, I'm going to obviously let them do that. That would be cool. So, yeah.
No, I'm going to sit like right now and get my popcorn, because
George.
No, because
it's amazing.
No, absolutely no. I'm not just saying this, you guys. This is not the coffee taking. This to me is I'm so fascinated by UFOs, and by this gentleman right here in front of me. It's so nice because I want to learn more. I want to absorb more. I want to, this would be it. And I'm taking this as like, oh my God, this is a total privilege today. This is awesome because I 100% believe in UFOs. And, I don't, I know I joke around a lot, and that's just who I am. But if I had a chance to be taken away in a UFO and taken someplace, you guess what? I'm going. I'm in. I'll go. Because why not? I mean, why not? It's just so, it doesn't, it's one thing about paranormal, one thing about UFOs or Bigfoot or whatever you want to discuss. Everybody always thinks it's a bad thing if we run into these things. And it's not. It's probably beautiful. And you know what? Who's to say if, I don't want to use the word aliens, but who's to say, I don't know what the correct word may be. If it's aliens, so be it. But, what if we have something to learn and then maybe we can live forever, or maybe we can help out this world to be a better place? That's just my opinion. I just love the whole thing about UFOs because it's just something I don't know much about, but I want to learn. I want to know more,
It's exciting and exhilarating, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I've been in a haunted place, a haunted pub, and we were experimenting with sort of like calling out, but not calling out the ghosts of the building, because somebody painted on the walls a fictional character from a H.P. Lovecraft series of books and shorts called Cthulhu, and I just said, let's just try and call out Cthulhu, which is not real, it's not real.
Oh, no.
And the building was shaking and the doors were slamming and stuff was like going on, and we were just calling out Cthulhu.
Wow.
And this is like, this fascinates me. It's like, have we got like there's a fairy reality that goes on behind things that makes things happen and pulls the strings,
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
There's a show that I've been watching that's actually funny, but it has sometimes some truth maybe behind it. I don't know. It's on Netflix called Supernatural, and it's a good show. It's funny, but it has some points that are like, oh my gosh, could that be real, or could that be true? But like you said, it's kind of like us. What you're talking about with that word that you just said, I don't even want to try, but because I'll mess it up.
Yeah, don't say it three times. Yeah,
I will not. But
I start shaking.
No. But it's kind of like what we do, but I don't. It's kind of like the Ouija board. There's certain things that you just don't, or unless you shouldn't, that you should do. Like I don't do the Ouija board.
I do boards. People
I don't. No, I don't do that.
I've had some bad things, but I think you need to not be fearful. I've had some amazing. Like, I've got my daughter downstairs and my son-in-law downstairs. We have been to some amazing venues, have some amazing feedback and dates and names, which I've been able to look up the history and get stuff back. Now I use it for history feedback when I go into abandoned buildings or places to find who these people were. Did they exist? That's why I've had some call me names. I've had someone say really evil stuff to me and I'm like, oh, is that all you've got to say? And I let them shut it off and off they go. But some people scream, run out the room, and I keep cool, and I haven't got a fear. I've had stuff put on me. I've seen people pass out, their voices change, talking, thrown across the room, you name it, I've seen it. So I'm quite to me it's like the norm now. So I've done it for a long time. So I just keep cool about it. And people go, you're crazy, you shouldn't dabble with that. But then that's my risk. And I think we're all, as investigators, all the things we do individually, we're all different and we all take risks. Like Matt, you take risk every day on what you do and exploring and buildings, and we as human beings, we all take risk. That's how we are.
I agree. I agree. And it doesn't make, just because it's my choice not to use a Ouija board doesn't mean that we're not friends. It's like, okay, that's your choice. I think it's great that you do that. Do it for us, because I'm afraid of it. Even though it's just a board game, it's just a board game to some people. It's a piece of cardboard. But I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'd rather stick with. I'd rather go with him to go look for UFOs. There you go.
George, you've had a few different bad experiences as well. So, also, I read on your page, and I looked down your Facebook, by the way, and found this about the courthouse.
The courthouse, Amador Courthouse and Jail. I have been there 7 times, 8 times max. But I've been there 7 or 8 times, and I've been scratched literally on now, hold on a moment, because without validation, it kind of doesn't exist. But there is validation. The validation, it is on camera that at least, I don't know, maybe 6 out of the 8 times this individual cell, 8 by 8, I have been attacked. I've had an attachment inside the cell itself where I am not the same person as we're investigating on camera. They see the change in me. I'm not an actor. I am a blue collar guy that is an electrician, and that's what I do. But I do believe, back to, so many minutes ago, I do believe the reason why I get so much evidence is I think I sometimes forget, on the bad side, to ground myself. I do believe that, I do think I attract a lot of the good and bad because I'm so open. I'm just so open.
I understand that.
It's kind of weird, it's kind of weird, but
people that don't understand energy and grounding and all that stuff, like Matt, you understand all that sort of stuff, but you are susceptible and you are open to stuff. And I think, like you said, again, you have to have your own experiences. And all these people go, oh, what a load of rubbish. Yeah. When you've had your own experience, come back and talk to me. Then I say to people that have a go at me. But I think when you've had experience like you've had, it opens your eyes and it makes you think.
It makes
your experiences, and it changes you as a person, because you look at everything in a different way and different perspective. Now, I'm not the brightest button, I tell you that now, but I have learned through experiences so much stuff, and by things happening, like George, it just changes your whole persona of everything. And I think with you, this is, the things you've been through.
I've been through it all.
You think it opened you up, made you look at everything?
I look at things so much different now. I mean, it's not about, it's about just, I guess I look at things and everything different now. I don't think I don't respect the field, because I do, but I have learned to definitely 100% ground myself, 100%, always go into it, not thinking that you're a warrior, because I don't like that word warrior, because, we're all basically people, and the whole macho thing, majigger, blah, 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 is keep that in the back seat, because anybody could be attacked on any given day by a human being or something that's on the other side of the veil. I'm more afraid of this gentleman, this big guy right here in front of me up there. Where is he?
Yeah, Matt, there's a question there for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, well, you don't have to be frightened of me. I'm harmless.
That's crop circles.
Yeah, that's from Steve Wells. Yeah, thanks. Is crop circle making ritualistic in creating paranormal type phenomena? Well, all I can say is, from my experiences over the years of making a lot of crop circles and seeing how people react positively to them, and some people say they've had healing from them, it kind of, you let the kind of secret out of the bag when you say the circle is man-made. So a lot of people believe that it's better not to kind of say that they're man-made, but to sort of keep it for people to make their own minds up. And most of the circles are kind of left in that grey area where people can decide for themselves. And that adds some power to it. There is a lot of power that comes from that. Because I think when you try to define something as man-made, then it shuts people down. When you keep it in this grey area where people are asking their own questions, that's when they have experiences. They see more stuff. It's like saying, does somebody believe in ghosts? Well, they can shut themselves down if they want to and not experience ghosts. I believe this. But if they're asking questions and they're open-minded, it's not to say you're going to have an instant sort of thing, but you can get experiences. So I kind of, where were we going with this? It was about, is it ritualistic? Well, yeah, it is. I started this not knowing where it was going to lead me. I now believe, I'll cut to the chase, right? I now believe a lot of information behind this, and you can go and watch the many 72 hours of our programs where we talk about this in great detail, that crop circles are, I know there's a lot of shows there if you want to go and learn about this stuff. You can't do it in 1 hour, trust me. So yeah, people go out there and make them because they're guided or influenced to do them. Sometimes the people who make them don't even realize they're being influenced to do them. Wow. Some of the crop circle makers are grounded people who are only interested in it as art, and they like seeing the positive reactions that people get from it, but they've still had a lot of weird experiences whilst making them. And there's also a bunch of people who've had a lot of weird experiences whilst making them. I'm one of those, who then think, well, actually, we need to take this one step further. We need to kind of like invite this in, and then see if we can enter into a communication and see what happens. And I've tried to do it in a like a ritualistic sense, because I call out, to the spirits of the universe, and I say, like, spirits or the universal intelligence out there looking down on us tonight, please give us the guidance to do this and make this a positive experience for everybody involved, and make it go out to do whatever it needs to do. And what I try to do is kind of not to kind of specify what it must be. What we do is we just try to put the energy out there for the universe to use for whatever it needs to be, make it good for whatever it needs to be. And then we just sort of sit back. Well, we don't sit back. We sort of like work for hours and hours and hours making the crop circle, and then we see what happens. We've had weird experiences. We've had flashes of light happen to us. We've had we've gone into a field where it seems like there are people watching us, and we shouldn't be able to do it because they'll see us. Even though it's night, they'll still be able to see us. And we've asked for protection. And then these people have not been able to see us because a fog bank has come down over the field.
That's crazy.
And they can't see us. And in the morning, the fog bank raises, and there's the crop circle, and everyone's amazed. And we're like amazed too, because the stories were fog bank, and we didn't see a fog bank.
Wow.
So there's weird stuff like that. Going out and doing what people are asking. It's happened to me on several occasions. I went within about 200 feet of people who were there meditating. They were meditating. They weren't making any noise. I heard people playing a guitar, so it made me very aware. I had to be careful. It was almost like a warning mechanism. And I made this crop circle, and then people were going, wow, it was exactly the design we were asking for in our meditation. So I found out the people, and I said, like, hey, you were playing a guitar. I said, no, we were quietly meditating all night, but I heard a guitar. It's almost like as if something else was warning me, there's people over there, don't be making a lot of noise here.
Wow.
So, and there's lots of stories like that. Two teams going out on the same night, different parts of the countryside. Both teams thought, oh, we got a design here. This is going to be great. Thinking like everyone would be amazed by this. What was really amazing was two teams went out the same night and did the same design in two parts of the countryside, right? And here's the weird thing. I wasn't involved in this, but it was on my birthday. It was on the night of my birthday, and I don't think those people knew it was my birthday either.
Wow.
That's kind of weird. So, there's just weird shit goes on.
It's weird. What's weird is, Matt, you've come from like sort of a George, me, right, paranormal. It's like engaging with spirit, right? The paranormal stuff we do. But Matt, you've done it that way, and you've had experiences. So it's really,
do you ever think
like two different things, and sort of same experiences, but two different.
What I love what he was saying, and it was a few minutes. I'm like this guy sitting in the stands, and this guy's a teacher, and I'm a student, and I love listening to what he's got because I'm intrigued by it. I love it. But do you ever think maybe when you do these the designs or whatever it may be that come to your mind, and us paranormal investigators, do you think it might be somewhat of an invitation? Yes, here's your invitation. Please come on down, whatever it may be. I know that's really stupid to say, but I do the same thing.
I think it's good.
It could be a paranormal investigator, the same thing, because I feel if you give them an invitation, look, you can, I don't want to say this out loud, you can come home with me tonight if you need to. I hate to do that. or basically paranormal investigate. You can touch me tonight. You can touch my shoulder, touch my head, whatever it may be. The invitation, maybe when it comes to all of this unknown, it's all required by an invitation. They have to have an invitation to do what they do for you and myself, what we do and what we love in this field. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know.
It's strange.
I've kind of gone through spiritualist churches, had really great experiences. I've, been to do sessions with a Ouija board and things like that. And I mean, I've never really been scared by some of that stuff. It's fascinated me, and I'm kind of looking at how it affects people. And crop circles to me is just an extension of that. I mean, in many respects, because you say Claire, your husband, he's interested in coming to see UFOs. Now, I spend a lot of time, we're talking years, sitting on hills looking for UFOs. I mean, I even lived in my car for 9 months. And during that time, I probably saw like one weird UFO type thing, but I did see something like these strange figures who changed height, which was weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and that was kind of weird. And they were dancing around a place which was what they call it, a cairn mound. It's where a set of stones has been put, and it's like an ancient marker spot. And I think that maybe this crop circle stuff comes from a place where people in ancient times would have been getting these feelings for designs and plans and pictures, and then they would have gone out and built it, with stones.
Right.
And
well,
sometimes
look at pyramids.
Yeah.
People always say, where did these ancient people get this amazing calculation ability to know the maths of the stars? And they say, well, there must have been some lost knowledge here. There must be a lost tribe and lost computers and things like this. Maybe they're picking up they're tuning into the intergalactic internet, and they're picking up these ideas and putting them out there. And then people in the future, they go, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Nobody can connect the dots, and maybe it's like there's more going on with telepathy and spirit world and other things than we understand.
They pick.
Wow.
This on your do their work for them.
What you're talking about UFOs is so cool because it's been around for millions and millions of years. We've seen them from tribes putting them on rocks and stuff like that, and they show this beam of light and they show these aliens or UFOs, that they've been in the stone for thousands and thousands of years. I feel that I don't want. Is aliens okay to say? Is that okay to say aliens? Is that disrespectful?
Yeah,
okay.
Say what you want in here.
Okay, shit. Okay,
say what you want on here.
No, but okay. So when it comes,
they might call you racist, but we won't. We won't.
I appreciate that. I think my true opinion on aliens is this: I think our world is so dirty and nasty that they left here already. I think they lived here for millions of years, and they said this planet is a mess. Let's get out of here, and they went somewhere else. And my opinion, it's only an opinion. Maybe this is why they don't really come around as much as they used to, is because we're such a mess. I mean, we're really a mess down here, and and they're smarter than us, and they've been here longer than us, and maybe they sit at a high level in the sky, and they just want to see has this planet gotten any better? Can we go back here and live here again? Et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I don't know. I do believe sometimes that aliens already live here somewhere. I think they're among us. But again, it's, I hope they are, because I think we can all live together. And that's the one thing on this side of the veil, we're all divided, and I don't like it. I think we all need to work together no matter what we believe in. We're still people, and we're still human beings, and we're still love for life. And, we're already divided enough. And I hope this world could come together as, a lot of love and light. That's my thing. Will it ever happen? Probably not. But, it's if one person can, change, that means 10 people can change. If 10 people can change, 1 million people can change. That's all up to you, because each morning we wake up the same way. I decided to be in a good mood today. So why couldn't we all do that one morning and say, I decided to be in a good mood today, and see what happens? That's me. That's just me.
I'm a conspiracist. I think when too many people start getting happy, they start rolling out things like COVID-19 to make sure that they dumb us down a bit,
No, he's right. He's absolutely right.
We have to be careful what we say on here, because YouTube, I think Facebook, if you talk about it, shut you down. And I think YouTube are shutting you down if you mention it on there too. So we have to be very careful. My channel will just go. I've had COVID.
Yeah.
But it's so very strange how it got around.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I had it, you know what? I ended up having it too, because I did that. I had to get tested before my surgery about a month ago now, 3 weeks. And it showed that I did have it. Okay, if that makes it showed that I had it. But I didn't feel it, so whatever.
A lot of people do, but then the ones that do, like me with the lung.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if you did actually have it, because these tests are so hit and miss. Did you have multiple tests and they all said you had it, or was it one of these? Because these tests are telling people, like they send in a sample of Coca-Cola and it goes, yeah, you got COVID, and it's like, well, my Coca-Cola bottle's got COVID. I am feeling fine, but whoever made that Coke bottle maybe had it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love this guy. I saw a question earlier. If I can interject on that question, somebody said, "Do you believe in after?" I think they said afterlife.
The afterlife.
I think I saw that, and to answer, look, at every answer that I say or whatever I think, it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean worth 2 pennies, but I do my opinion on that is, I do believe when we have deja vus, I think I said that right.
Oh, deja vu, yeah.
Deja vu.
I do. Thank you, sir. And young lady, I do believe the reason why we have that is because we keep on reliving. We keep on coming back over and over and over again. And that's just my opinion to when you get those, don't freak out. And everybody says, God, I feel like I did. I think I did that before. How weird. Well, you probably did. You probably did in another life. But, we won't really know all the answers, And I have to say this. I forgot. Happy Mother's Day. I forgot.
Thank you.
I forgot, man.
I've got all my kids here. I've got them all downstairs. There's loads.
Awesome.
I've got my daughters here, so
yeah, no, that's awesome. I forgot.
Yeah, they're all downstairs. I can hear them actually watching us lot down there, all laughing. So
shit.
I can hear them.
And break dancing across the floor as well.
Oh, that's my son. He did it again the other day. He ran so fast across the screen like that. You could just see him like lightning go through the room. And he rolled on the floor, but he head-butted the sofa. You missed it, Matt. That was on a live on radio the other night. Yeah, my son, he doesn't like being on camera. So he'd come in the room, not here when I'm downstairs, and he'd try and do a caterpillar across the floor. And the other day I swung the camera around, got him caterpilling across the floor.
That's awesome.
It was quite bizarre.
Everyone went from the live seeing me just going to my floor to my son doing his caterpillar across.
Right.
And I went and told him, like, by the way, all them people just see you because I put the camera on you. George, you're all right for time, aren't you? Because I do know you just need to tell us if you're not all right for time.
I don't even know what time it is. The coffee's doing all the work right now.
Well, it's 6:30 here, nearly.
6.
6:30.
So it must be 4:30. Let me try and work out. I can't work your time out. 11:30.
No, we're fine. We're fine. The only, like I said, I'm totally good. I love what I really love is the fact, and besides yourself, young lady, where are you at? Is this gentleman right? Is learning something from him. This is amazing.
You'll learn loads.
I love it.
We could be like that picture of Jesus with God. Look, we can. There we are. Look there.
Right?
It's that Jesus is down there and God is in the clouds, and they're pointing at each other, aren't they? And there's like that. No, I'm not. But we need to flip places.
I've got my daughter. It's just said hello. That's my daughter that's just come up there, Taisha. So.
Oh, hello, young lady. So no, we right now investigating for us is just like I said, it's just taking off. We finally had a great time the last couple of nights because of COVID. Oh, it's been like I said, we got a lot of evidence. We have probably about 9 hours of evidence we need to go over, but it's all right. That's the part of it. Just like this gentleman. So what's up?
It's all right. I've just been told there's no cheese left and no grapes.
Oh, no.
There you go, YouTube. Oh, there they are.
Hurry up, Andy.
Just not. I'm all right. I'm going to be on.
When your kids around, if you're just going to sit upstairs.
Oh,
You actually hear that?
I heard that.
God.
She's a cow.
They're trying to shame you in front of the world. What?
Don't worry.
Millions of people are watching you. Millions and millions.
It's Mother's Day. You're meant to be downstairs. We've done your food. But hold on. We've ate all the cheese and the grapes. There's none left.
Well, you know what? What time is it there? It's what? What time do you have
I'm going to stay on for another 10, 15 minutes anyway. And then lot can get on with it.
Yeah.
Eat the rest of the bloody cheese and the grapes.
Yeah, go have yourself a piece of bread. Be quiet. Not just kidding. I'm just joking. They probably hate me now. No, but you know what? It's we have a I hate the word me or I, but for everybody in the paranormal field is finally being able to do what they need to do. Let this COVID lift up and everybody get back out there. We lost about a year of our life already. And
Two, isn't it? Isn't it 2? It feels like 2.
No, it's only been a year. It's been a year last week, but it feels like forever.
I've been in a time warp.
Yeah, for sure. The time warp. Blame it on the aliens. What the heck? But no, but you know what? I will say this before I do go. Let's say to the gentleman. Look for this name right here. I'm gonna friend you. So make sure you say yes, because I want to sit down and dissect your mind and learn more from you, Because
you're on Facebook, Matt. You don't really use Facebook. You're on YouTube, aren't you? Secret Vault.
Yeah. I mean, I've got. If you want to look up about the crop circles, it will take you a while, but I mean, you'll pick up lots and lots of stuff because, for me, it's about a thing of credibility.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to tell people something that a lot of people don't want to know because they don't want to know that crop circles are made by people. A lot of people kind of go, "Oh yeah, I kind of thought that. Thank you for telling me." But a lot of people are heavily invested in it being aliens or whatever, the unknown making the crop circles. They're very, very resistant to the idea that people are doing this. They're involved. And I mean, it's kind of like what you said earlier on, maybe the aliens left this planet a long time ago. Maybe they observe us from afar. They don't get involved and deep down and dirty because, we're very different. Maybe there are reasons we don't understand, but they still, message and they still send out, help, and sometimes they come down and have a look, and that's kind of interesting to me. I'm interested in Rupert Sheldrake, his morphogenic fields, where he says the feeling that somebody's staring at you, and then you look, and animals know when you're coming home. They can sense when an owner has passed away. That they sense things. Animals are very sensitive, so there's a lot more going on in the world than just three-dimensional reality that we have here. And some of what you were saying about the deja vus, that maybe that's people's little moments where they suddenly get a glimpse of something and they go, "Oh, it's just my brain. It's just," and everyone tries to reduce things. I'm interested in seeing whether there's more rather than reductionism. I'm interested in expansionism.
But that makes you. But see, for you, and I mean this as a compliment to you, is that's what's needed because people are so afraid of everything. Just stop for a moment. It's like, as everybody that we know, you ever walk down anywhere, you think you see something to your left or right, and you're thinking, what was that? But some people keep on, some people keep on going because they're so afraid. You or I, we kind of like, what was that? Let's figure it out and feel like, why did that just happen? And that's who I am. I want to know as much as I possibly can while I'm still here. But that's what keeps me alive. That keeps me going. That keeps me young-minded, I guess. I don't know.
Did you see?
Yeah, and I'm kind of the last person to sort of like leave a building when there's some sort of like.
Yeah, well,
I'm the one who wants to. I want to look at all. What was that? And I'm like, could it have been the doors, the windows? And I'm analyzing it. I'm like, do it again. I'm like, everyone's gone. I'm still there.
No, absolutely. There's a gentleman. His name is Nick Roth. He's a great paranormal investigator. He's awesome. But you see certain TV shows, and they're like, "Oh my God, that was great! Look what's happening!" Well, let's go to the next room. Why the hell are you going to the next room? Investigate that, man. And if you see a UFO from afar at a certain location, don't go on. Stay there and find out more. But no, my energy is way too much for this world. I might be an alien myself. I don't know.
Matt and you are aliens.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It's a trip, but
every time I go to a seance, I get these people telling me that you've got an alien with me.
Really?
That's weird. And a load of people keep coming up. Somebody who died in a motorcycle accident, and there's I don't know, but it's like you go from place to place to place. They tell you the same things, and it's kind of like, well, there must be something going on. What is it?
That's chocolate orange. Ew. How about just chocolate?
They're eating my cheesecake downstairs. I'm gonna kill them.
Oh shit, man, shit. Well, God, well, go eat your cheesecake. You know what? I'm gonna, not that I wouldn't hang out with you guys. You guys look at most. I just want to let you guys know that thank you for having me on today.
Thank you, because we've been talking for a while. I really appreciate you coming on.
No, I apologize.
I've been dying to get you on for a while.
No,
your energy.
No. Keep it. No, you're awesome. You guys are both awesome. But before I leave out of here, I don't want to sound like a Hallmark card, but I do believe that, if anybody's dealing with anything bad, seriously, just don't give up. Don't lose hope. Never lose hope. I've dealt with everything, and hope has got me through. But, I have to say this. Just do one thing. If you're having a really bad time in life, do this. Just love your life, and your life is going to love you right back. And I mean that. I use those words on a daily. Just love your life for what it is. Don't worry about it. It'll pass. And love your life. And like I said, your life will love you right back. That's the strongest words I can say to you guys, man. I want you guys to be happy like me. That's all it is.
Thank you, George. But it's been such a pleasure. No, honestly,
pleasure.
Matt come and help me. He rescues me all the time. Because I'm always message Matt, help.
Hell no.
No, not in them words, but he helps me because he's so a good energy to
Computers.
have on.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not good at getting my words out. It's in here, but I can't express or get it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes having Matt can help because he's so knowledgeable about stuff and it can just flow. And I'm like,
you know, I here I'm trying to let you guys be, but you know, there's a few things I do really love about this guy. What I love about him right now is the fact that he's so calm and collective. He's not like me where it's like, la, 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 la. You know, it's
we can be.
No.
Oh, you haven't seen me after a couple of cans, yeah.
No. But I mean this. You know, I think you're absolutely amazing, young man. I think that you're what's needed in the field, in all fields, is an adult. And the way you carry yourself is very high respected by me. And you're a total adult. And I know that sounds, who wants to be an adult? Not me. But I just want to say that, you know, the way you carry yourself is you're aces. You're definitely aces.
Thank you very much. I've been very interested I'm going to check out, I'm going to Series 16, Episode 3.
Yes, yeah, check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember many things, but I'm going to go and check that out now.
I think you've got to pay for it now, though, because I tried to look for it earlier. It used to be up there, and the Kennedy Mine one, and it is really interesting, the history.
Yeah, it's really
I can't get it up.
No, you can
don't worry. No, I've got this method of like dropping a dime into the television, right?
Exactly.
And there are special ways you can make TV programs drop out.
Yeah, no, I think I get $1 each time it airs. I don't know, but you know, it's you know, if you go on YouTube, you can find it. Just punch it in on YouTube, and it's there for you too. So, all right, you guys, man. Hey, honestly,
thank you, George, and I'd love to have you back another time.
That's fine. Just name it. It doesn't matter.
If you'd like to come back with Matt as well, we'll go with Matt. His channel.
Oh, you don't know this. I'm not coming back unless he comes back. There's absolutely no way.
There we go then. Another day.
We do sometimes. We've done like 10-hour live streams where we're just getting drunk, chatting about stuff.
I love it, man.
If you want some of that, you're welcome.
I'll be let me know, man. Like I said, I think again, no bullshit, and I'm saying it.
Yeah.
You guys are
Matt,
amazing.
you can find George. You can find him on Facebook, can't you?
Yeah.
He won't accept if he knows you, but he's under Matthew Williams. So if some posh name comes up, Matthew Williams, you know it's him.
There's very few people I say yes to on my Facebook because I don't post much there now. I just do everything in video form. And
I've added you, you haven't added me. So
because I mean, there's nothing on my Facebook now. I don't really add stuff on it, you know.
Yeah, so. You know, that's mine. That's the only thing I use. I've used everything underneath the sun when it comes to this stuff, and I was like, you know, the easiest one for me is Facebook. It's other than that, I don't even do my own stuff. I just kind of let somebody else handle it because it's just too much work. I don't know how. All right, I don't know how. So my wife takes care of everything. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, go ahead. I don't care.
Hi to your wife.
Yeah, she's doing right now. She's doing another show in the back room. She's doing something
come
else.
on. I have to get her on one day.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a nice girl. I'm better than her though. Shh. No, I'm just kidding. No. All right, you guys.
I'll let you go.
All right.
Thank you very much, George. Nice speaking with you.
I'll give you a message. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much, guys. All right, love and light.
Nanu. Live long and prosper.
Oh, for
Here
sure.
we go.
Yeah, yes, sir.
There we go.
See you guys later, man.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. Is he gone? Right. Thank you, Matt, for that. You've helped me so much.
That's okay.
Everyone watching, hopefully you enjoyed the talk. Obviously, it's a little bit different today. Make sure if you're not subscribed to, obviously my subscribers are crap at the minute, so please help me. They're crap. So anyone that's new here, please.
Subscribe.
Yes, if you
Why not subscribe?
No, I find it really hard. It is hard work, but people like.
Well, you've got to find your own audience. This is it. You know, it's like
you've got to work hard. You've got to keep putting videos up, and it is hard work. But you've got to be patient, Matt, as well. And I find that you've got to be patient. And one thing you've got to do is enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, your channel will collapse because you think, sod this, I can't be bothered to do it no more now.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I get rid of the negative comments. A lot of them, I leave a representative amount of negativity just to show where it's coming from. But you know, I mean, I don't want people kind of like wallowing around in negative crap. I want to get out there and do some explores and things. You know, it's like, so you know, it's nice to meet somebody like George who's full of like that get up and go and and doing things, you know. But I think it does help if you've got a lot of content on your channel, and if you can't get out and film, do some lives. You know, it's like fill it up that way. I've just been busy for the last 5 days, you know, taking people around and stuff. But I mean, we've been getting plenty of material. Yeah.
You do a lot of that, and you must be shattered because I don't know how you actually do it. You know, it's hard work. And I don't. It's an event.
I see it as an investment. Yeah, it's an investment in my future. Yeah, because I mean, like investing in people, like, you know, that are quite, you know, good. They're good people means that the dividends are going to come down the line where they're going to take me on something that's going to be really good explore. It's going to get a lot of views, you know. So I'm helping them out. We're going to get some explores. I'm going to have a great time exploring, and everyone else is going to get to benefit from it as well. Yeah.
It's like the other day when I went, I have done sort of cave stuff before, and I've done caves that, like I've mentioned, a car, and I did something with my kids years ago with my son. We went to Kilvaroo, is it? Do you know Kilvaroo?
Yeah.
You go to the caves, and I've been crawling all through them with my daughter. We went there when my son's dad passed away. They paid for the family, for me and my children, because of grieving, to go away as a unit. And we went into caves and did a lot of teamwork climbing. And that's where my first experience with caves were. And there was a place in this cave called the Letterbox, and you could drop into it in the water. And I did it fully clothed. Quite crazy. But yeah, we went down there. My daughter's probably watching. She was terrified, screaming all the way through it. I was actually laughing at her because she was crying, finding it quite funny because we were getting stuck in the holes. But that's my nervous laugh. But then I had the experience the other day with you with that place you said, let's go and have a look at. And that was quite overwhelming. I enjoyed it so much. I want to, like you said on my channel, branch out, do a little bit of mixture of things, because I just don't want to stick at one thing. I like to do different stuff. I get bored easily. I like to try different stuff. I'm always sort of, you know, fascinated by new things, just not by going to houses. Like I do time capsules, and people are now, they're overdone. Too many people are in them. They're getting destroyed. It's brilliant, but it also can get a bit boring in the end. And it's the fighting, the nastiness, and negative that comes with it. It is crap. Like people crap all over you. They don't give a crap about you. They use you. And it's quite a nasty hobby. But if you do stuff like caves and that, they're not going to fight over caves, are they?
Yeah.
You know, all this outside stuff, they don't want to know.
Can you see somebody's sticker there? Let me bring it closer, because you've got, look whose logo you got on the screen.
Katie.
And who's that?
That's Katie that came to the fort with us.
Yeah. So there we are, Katie. Your sticker's up there. If only it was this big, eh? If only it was this big. you could be that big then, but it's a modest size sticker, so therefore I have to get a magnifying glass out to. Well, the Taffy's is not much bigger actually.
I give you mine, Bill, it in on there, so you probably lost it. Probably all soggy in your pocket.
Your husband's is on there. Look.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be somewhere.
I probably have lost it.
Washed it in the wash.
Yeah.
But Matt, I'm gonna
really enjoy watching this series 16. It's a plug, by the way, not paid for by, you know. So series 16, episode 3. So I'm going to check that out right now. In fact, I think I'll have it on my machine.
Can you get it on the screen?
I will be totally paying for this, folks. I will be paying money for this, but I will be checking it out very, very soon. You know I'm not lying to you when I say I'm going to be paying money for this. You know it.
I can't get it up.
Ah. Well, I'll have to introduce you to a person who might be able to get you access to those sorts of things. I'll tell you his name, and I'll hook you up with him. Yeah. So there we go.
Matt, I'm gonna go and eat my cheesecake.
Well, you better add before somebody else does.
I think they've had it all.
Yeah, they probably have. They probably haven't left you any now. Yeah.
And then my husband's going to be stranded at work.
Yeah.
He's meant to be picked up.
Oh, so you're not going to be able to pick him up?
I messaged him on there. Can you go and pick him up?
All right. What, the kids can go and pick him up?
No, my daughter's partner can drive.
Ah, right. There we go. Yeah. There we go. This is the life. This is the life that goes on for people who have YouTube channels. They have things called lives. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've enjoyed this live today, and I really appreciate you again coming on. And I thought you'd like something a bit different, someone a bit different, because you meet all different people, and it is good to meet different people. And I know that, like he had interest in sort of things you've done, and you know what each other are talking about. So, you know, it's interesting. George is lovely, as I say. Oh, thank you, everyone that's come over from Matt's channel again. Yeah, thank you, Matt.
Yeah, Frank Triggs, his dad had a recurring nightmare about posh gardens with a pond full of piranha. He fell in one day driving. He recognized the place, pulled over to look, and fear made him leave. Oh dear.
But we've had some good comments on here.
Oh, but when he got up the road, there was a 20-car pileup. So it's funny that the nightmare he'd been having, or the recurring dream, made him stop to look at the pond. And he thought, oh, that's what I've been having in the dream with the piranhas. But he avoided a 20-car pileup.
I've had this happen to me. Quick before I go, I was on holiday and then I took off this slip road the wrong bit and had to go back round. By the time I come round, got back on, pile up of 5 cars. So in them split seconds, it avoided that. So sometimes this is what the good thing to say. If you go the wrong way or something don't go right, don't moan about it, because it could be saving your life. Definitely. Oh, George, channel link. I don't think Taffy, he's got a channel, but he's on Facebook under George Schopplien, his name.
I'm going to look him up there now.
Yeah, here add you, Matt. But I don't know. I think most of his page is open, but if you don't know you well, he might not add you. So,
this figure, this guy. Why does he? I've had this link. He's turned up on my channel, and I think I deleted him like everyone else. I'm like, oh no, shit. Hang on, let me just send him a message then, so he can add me. So, hello, because I recognize that face. So the thing is, I get all these people on the thing, and I'm like, well, I've never asked these people to kind of sign me up as a Facebook friend, and the reason I do it is because I cannot stand all these like bing 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 bing, you know, coming through all the time. Yeah, but there's some people I want to get messages from. They're important, you know, because it's like it's what we're doing, you know, right there and then. And then there's everybody else who kind of like just wants to ask you, you know, like, so what's the next place to investigate? And, you know, where have you been this week? And it's like, oh God, you know, I can't. I have to do that through the comments on YouTube because it's a way I can deal with it. So I think, unfortunately, I saw George's face and I deleted him, but I didn't know who it was at the time. So there we are. I'll undelete him now. So there we are. But he was already trying to make contact with me somehow.
Strange.
That's weird, isn't it? That's weird.
Together. But Matt, I'm going to have to go and eat my cheesecake. I'll kill them.
It sounds serious. This is getting serious.
They are going to suffer.
Yeah, if you, well, you know, you're putting a lot into this hope thing on this cake. Now, what's going to happen if there's no cake? So I would prepare for the eventuality.
They get cheese too.
Yeah, prepare yourself for the eventuality they've eaten it, right? But be planning for what you're going to do to replace it. Yeah,
I will be planning to think positive that if I don't eat that, I won't get fat.
Well, there's that, but you can always take care of that tomorrow. So, hey.
I'm going to go now, and thank you, Matt, for coming over. And everyone, obviously, I've already said, like and subscribe to Matt if it's some of my viewers, but I doubt there's many from me.
I'm always on a diet tomorrow. That's me. Yeah.
No, me too. I've been doing that for about 10 years.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for coming over.
Okay, I'm going to leave you now, so you can have a chat on your own to your guests.
I'm going to go.
Bye.
Right, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Speak soon.
Nanu. Yeah.
Nanu. I'll come and talk to them. Right, everybody. I'm going to go. Thank you for coming over. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, please help small channels out. Press that button. Reminders. If you like a bit of paranormal, a bit of exploring, a bit of the lives, a bit of everything, you know you're in the right place. Thank you for my mods, Katie, Hello Computers. Who else is there? Barry, Jackie, all of you. Hi, Taffy. Thank you for everyone coming over, but really appreciate it. I need to go and eat the cheesecake, and if they give me a crumb, I'm going to hit them. So everybody here, Hamlet Family Explorers, everyone, thank you for watching. Hi, Gary, thank you. And going down, Chris, Sage Amethyst, all of you. There's too many. So the door opened. That must have been a ghost telling me to go. So everybody, remember, like, subscribe. I've got some good films coming up soon. I've got the Mine coming up of the paranormal down there. That's going to be a couple of weeks. I'm editing it now. Really good. It was the mine in what's it, Bristol, that way, not the box mine, but I'm going to be doing that one next. And just leave a comment, please. That helps. Leave a like or a dislike. That helps. Negative or positive feedback, we don't mind. And anyone that doesn't want to, fair enough. Right, I'm going, guys. Over and out. Back soon. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.